Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Zahra and I'm from TBI 3B. Now, I wanna tell you guys my opinions about prefer living in a city or living in the country. I think I like both. Okay, before that, I wanna tell you what different between living in the city and living in the country. In terms of various fields as such economy, education, and health, the city is definitely more developed than in the country because in the countryside, the facilities and conditions are not yet adequate. In the field of education, it has been said the education in cities is clearly more advanced than education in the country. But it is possible that children in the country are not smart. Even children in the country have a high enthusiasm for learning than children in the city. But in terms of facilities, education in the country can be said to be weaker than education in the cities. One of which is in terms of lack of books, shortage of teachers, and even many schools that have not been repaired due to natural disasters. So it is difficult for children in the country to gain knowledge. Because of that, there are also many parents who send their children to school in the city in order to achieve higher education. Because education in the city is wider in teaching than teaching in the country, which is just stuck here and there. There is no progress. And in the field of economy, in the country the livelihoods tend to be the same, namely rice fields, farming, and others, something like that. And of course, make the country economy undeveloped and thrive in one flow. Within city economy, people in the city have a variety of jobs, so that the city economy is more developed than the country economy. And it is also that many people in the country want to migrate to cities and even to other countries, so that they can generate a very good income. And in the field of health service centers in country are minimal compared to city. Starting from facilities, medicine and doctors are rarely found in the country. And an urgent situation, of course, it is difficult to find, so that country communities preferring treatment to city rather than country. And not only that, there are several factors that cause living condition in the cities to be better than living in the country. Namely, the first factor of clean water. Because the difference is clean water between country and in the city tends to be cleaner water in the city, and water in the country tends to be dirtier because there are houses that have septic tanks, and that is what cause people in country to prefer to use river water, which we may not know is dirty or not. And it's also very unfortunate if in the city the use of water is waste. Many city people often forget to close the water taps and also often waste water for things that are not necessary in the city already provided with enough water for use. But in the context of the atmosphere, I prefer living in the countryside because the atmosphere is calm and more comfortable than in cities where there are more people. Then in that village, the social spirit is higher because there the people help each other, remind each other, share with each other, and also the people they prefer to spend time together, such as reading the Al-Quran together, playing together, cooking together, like to stay in touch. And what I like the most is walking together, like going to river, to the mountains, to the rice fields, while playing childhood games. And of course, children play together without gadgets. But now, it seems that it doesn't like it used to anymore. Most of the children in the country now prefer to play games on gadgets than spending time together. And not only that, the scenery in the beautiful village can also be made healing every day because the country atmosphere is surrounded by trees, which makes it comfortable and calm. So the conclusion is that I will prefer to live in the city because judging by the many disadvantages to living in the country, and that also makes it a little difficult to move. And the main factor that made me choose to live in the city is getting a decent and complete education. To live in the country, maybe I will stay for a short time in the country when I visit or vacation my parents' house in the countryside, to be able to spend time together and healing with my family. So, how about you guys? Are you prefer living in the city or living in the country? You can tell me with comment in my video. I think that's all my opinion about living in the city or living in the country. Sorry for all the mistakes and wrong words. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.